Everyone, look out. Police's mix-up led Jones to reporters, saying the poor kid's at his home. Kristen just wants one thing, police. Can you please put in a little effort to look for my missing treasure? But Jones is too busy with his past missing kids to care. Why would he want to help Kristen find her kid now? No excuse is strong enough. If he really goes to find Walter, wouldn't that mean he's just smacking himself in the face, proving they got the wrong kid? So I'd rather stay silent. To avoid making a big mess, Jones even sent a doctor to Kristen's house. Kristen thought the doctor was there to help, but instead, he turned out to be the villain in this child identity detective drama. The doctor claimed the boy wasn't eating well, his spine might crunch up. In those good old non-DNA test days, it was all about the grand conspiracy, right? This doctor kept tossing in ridiculous medical theories, totally confusing Jones. Too bad Kristen's call to Jones only got her that classic line, "Whatever you say." Facing such unfair treatment, Kristen's heart was already on the brink of a breakdown. She kept shouting, "You're not your mom." All she wanted in her heart was to utter a loud cry, "I just want my son back." And this guy, he was like a complete villain. "You can't possibly be my son. I really just want my son back. I just want my son back, you jerk. Why can't you understand my plight?" This relentless torture was absolutely driving Kristen insane. As a broke single mom, she was utterly helpless, ready to take on anything, but had no clue how to vent. That night, after the boy fell asleep, she tiptoed into his room, thinking to tell him, "You're not my kid. I really hope you can just admit it." But the little guy was like a kitten, totally unresponsive, and the next day, Pastor Gustav came looking for her. Pastor was crystal clear about Kristen's dilemma. His reason for visiting was just for some advice. He said, "Darling, the LAPD is just a bunch of gangsters now. Since the chief took office, it's like he's ruling with an iron fist, clearing out all competition." And Jones single-handedly monopolized all the dark affairs. Anyone who dared cross him ended up like a headless fly. Oh dear, Kristen has already ticked off Jones. If she has no backup, the ending is going to be rough. Pastor set her up with a dentist, and surprise, the kid's teeth had no gaps. But Kristen's son had gaps in his teeth. Boom, a strong piece of evidence. Then they took the boy to school, but at that moment, the kid had zero idea who his teacher was. With this support, she finally told the media the truth, feeling like she'd decided. She promised to continue exposing the evidence that the police messed up with the kids. How exhilarating. This battle against the police isn't just about justice, it's about keeping her own innocence intact. Behind all her actions, there were hidden eyes watching. When Jones got the news, he was fuming. Jones sent people to drag her and the boy to the station like a tiger pouncing on its prey. Jones now looked like a devil, spewing insults at this wounded mother. Meanwhile, the real Walter was still MIA, while the police only cared about the image. Kristen insisted the kid wasn't her son, and the police sent her to a mental hospital. Oh, it made no sense, completely devoid of legal grounds. Jonas' mouth was like the final judge claiming he was helping Kristen regain her sanity. But everyone knew this was merely pressuring her to admit that the child the police brought back is indeed Walter. Everyone around here has a devilish vibe, completely stripped of any human emotion. Kristen, drenched in cold water, was utterly terrified and helpless to the extreme. She didn't want to confront anyone, she just wanted her son. Meanwhile, the cop was catching an illegal immigrant child. He bumped into a mechanic on the road and asked how to get to the farm. Talk about a coincidence. The man put the bucket in his truck, hesitated about pulling a gun, but ultimately chose to back down. The cop swiftly located the farm, and the atmosphere that pervaded the place was absolutely spine-chilling. While searching around, he suddenly spotted a boy and hastily rushed into the house, fearing he might miss him. But he was just a kid, and his resistance was futile. The cop slapped handcuffs on him. The boy was taken back to the station, where another kid his age was thumping a ruler against his thigh. For some inexplicable reason, that sound suddenly brought back some extremely terrifying memories. In his memories, that dastardly villain was the foreigner who had already bought a train ticket to escape. And the boy was slated to be deported back to his home country, but shockingly, he wanted to have a word with the cop before he told the officer he had something super important to say. What a twist of fate. Meanwhile, Kristen was stuck in the mental hospital with other patients, still hoping someone would hear her. But the next day at lunch, a fellow patient told her most folks here had violated Section 12. What a quirky revelation.